do my last clothing video and link it back to plastic. And I know a bunch of you are going to be sitting there going, but Britt, clothing has nothing to do with plastic. And I have some bad news here, because a lot of what we wear right now is made from synthetic fibres, which are plastic. Our clothing can be made from two broad groups. So we have our natural fibres like cotton, wool, linen, calico, but most of our wardrobes right now also have clothing made from synthetics like polyester or acrylic. To make things like polyester, we actually use oil and the same processes that we use to make plastic. That is why sometimes you can find blankets and clothing made out of recycled plastic bottles and that sort of thing, because it's pretty much the same material. We also have this confusing group of semi-synthetics of highly processed fibres made from natural constituents, and things like viscose and rayon fall into this group. What's really concerning is that these fibres from our clothes are constantly coming off as we wear and wash our clothes. These tiny fragments from our natural clothes that happily break down, but the synthetic plastic-based ones, not so much. Especially because a lot of these fibres come off in the washing machine. These fibres end up in our waterways and oceans, and they're really tiny, so they look just like plankton and small fish. So then other bigger fish eat them, and it works its way up to the food chain, and then we end up eating plastic, which is gross. So I'd understand why you'd think that the simple fix would be to move to natural fibres, where we can actually compost or at least degrade what we buy. But at the end of the day, these natural fibres have to be grown, and that takes water and a lot of energy, and there's a lot of issues with fair trade and that sort of thing. So given how confusing this all is and how many things I need to consider, I came up with some clothing rules for myself going forward that I'm going to try and live by to try and reduce the impact from any clothes I do buy. So the first rule is to just buy less, and I sort of talked about this yesterday and even in the first video. And one of the ways I'm doing that is I'm slowly decreasing the amount of clothes I'm allowing for myself. The second rule I'm making for myself is to buy pretty much everything I can at this point secondhand. I've been off shopping for a while because it's the best thing to do as a poor student. Thirdly, I need to consider a lot more what my clothes are made from when I buy them. And I'm going to try and purchase only natural fibres whenever that's realistic. The fourth rule is to buy clothes built to last and repair. Fifth thing is that when I do finally have clothes that I can't repair anymore, I'm going to try and upcycle them into other things that are useful to me still. And finally, when I do buy things new, which again I'm going to try and limit, I'm going to try and buy completely natural fibres. I'm giving myself a leeway of one synthetic item a year. And I'm especially going to apply this to socks and underwear, because those are two things I'm still likely to buy new. And they're also something I'm unlikely to upcycle into something else, just because I don't really, or donate, because I don't really want to give anyone else my old underwear. So it's more important that those are completely compostable, because they're more likely to end up just going straight to the rot. Anyway, that's my rules. I'd be interested in your thoughts. Hey, thanks for taking the time to watch today's video. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe. Feel free to comment any thoughts or questions below, or email me directly. No change is too big or too small. Everything counts. See you tomorrow.